What is going on, y'all? We are here. My favorite episode of the year typically is talking about the fishing show, and we are looking forward to it. We've got some special guests coming, some guys that are going to be in our booths. We've got them backstage. But first, I just wanted to say what's up. I want to let a couple people clock in. We've got a ton of stuff going on tonight, you guys. So if this becomes a longer show, I apologize. You can always go back and rewatch it here on Facebook. You can also rewatch it on YouTube. I'll have it published, and I'll try and get that up tomorrow so that way people can see it. Whoever missed it will be able to see it. But so here's what we're going to do, guys. We got a lot going on. I'm going to dive right into the show, into our booth space and everything. We do have a few giveaways tonight, quite a few actually. So if you want to be a part of the giveaways, all you got to do is let us know what you're excited to chase in 2026. You got any fishing plans coming up? You got any certain fish you want to knock off your list? You got anything you want to do? All you got to do is drop a comment. It's a new year, and we're chasing some new fish. So let us know below. I've got, I would love to get a trophy walleye to join my trout here. The St. Clair River has been elusive for me, but we will see what I can do for 2026. That does not put me in the giveaway, though. But I'll let our guests tell you what the giveaways are going to be. I can tell you 2 giveaways are going to be Jeff. Bro, I got to knock that sucker down. Jeez Louise, I'm a slam dunking that thing. All right. I know I had to move inside because it's so cold. But we are going to be giving away 2 sets of tickets. So we're going to have 2 groups of you guys getting some free tickets to the fishing show. So hopefully we'll see you in the booth there. And then we're going to be giving away some jigs. We're giving away some Plastix. Also, if you're a subscriber to our Hook One subscribers page, we've got a $100 giveaway for you guys as well that we're going to do at the end. So if you're not a subscriber, might be something you guys want to check into, especially with the winter. It's kind of tough with the ice we've got going on, but in my opinion, it's one of the better pages on Facebook. It's $5 a month, and you get access to a lot of awesome people, a lot of really good fishing reports, and I don't put up with any nonsense going on in the comments. So if you got a question to ask, you're going to get an answer. If you don't get an answer or you get some smart remark, well, then we can just kiss that person goodbye. All right, let's get into it. Guys, again, if you've got any questions, any comments, any concerns, drop them in the comments. We'll have them right here. My man Ryan is excited to chase salmon. I'm excited to chase salmon. I'm hoping it's better than it was last year. But the reason we are here is we're talking Ultimate Fishing Show. The Ultimate Fishing Show is one of our favorite times of the year. It is the best time of the year to get together with people in the industry and ask a bunch of questions, save a bunch of money on fishing tackle, and honestly just have a great time. With that being said, here are the dates. I will see you guys. It's not called Suburban Collection Showplace anymore, apparently. It's the Vibe Credit Union Good Vibe Center. So you can head over to the formerly known as Suburban Collection Showplace, January 8th through the 11th in 2026. So that's coming up next. Basically, a week from today we'll be selling. We're 6 days away. We move in 4 days. So you can find us here, and when you get to the show, you can find us here. We're going to be booth 2753, just like the last couple years. We're going to be splitting it with our good friends at Mag's Custom Rods. So you'll see down in the bottom left the arrows. You're going to come in the door. You're going to take a right. You're going to go right past the Outfitter Expo to the second row of retail. You cannot miss us. We've got a giant blue flag that says Hook One Bait and Tackle. We've got a giant black flag that says Mag's Custom Rods. We got the bathrooms right behind us. We've got concessions right there. So it's a pretty good spot. We're pretty hard to miss. And it should be an awesome, awesome show. We've got some really good deals for you. I'll give you a little hint at one of the deals right now before we bring our guests on. And I don't want to get too far into the deals and sales because they are going to be show exclusive. But here's a killer one for you guys. $10 crankbaits. Rapala Gold Miners is a brand new bait that came out last year. Didn't have a ton of talk behind the bait. I know, them guys on Lake Erie have been running them. It's another bait. It dives deep quick. So it's one of those cold water baits. So we're going to have gold miners and PWCs for $10. The reason that's a good deal is we're also working with the crew at Bill Lewis and the crew at Fishing 411. Buy 3, get 1 free PWCs. Yeah, 4 crankbaits for $30 is going to be pretty hard to beat. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's just kind of an idea how this show is going to go. let me bring on our guests. I'm super excited to welcome these guys. These are familiar faces. You've seen them in the booth before. We've got Roy Miller with FatBoy Jigs and Pete Pappas with Pappas Plastix. What's up, gentlemen?
How's it going?
How's it going?
Thanks for sitting there backstage while I just rambled on for a while. What's up?
Getting ready for the
Getting
show.
pretty excited. This is our 4th year now, Pete, to doing this show.
That's it, man. We're going to see the guys from Superior there. But yeah, dude, it's year 4. So we started this thing in 2022. We were in a small booth in 22. We were in a small booth in 2023, I believe, too. And I think this is this is going to be our 3rd year in the big booth.
3rd year.
Yeah, it's going to be our 3rd year in the big booth. And it's awesome, dude. It's so nice to have all that space. I mean, obviously, we get guys coming in asking questions about jigs. So it's nice. You know, Pete with the Plastix. Sluggo, he's not here right now, but he'll be here talking crankbaits. We're going to show you guys some of our 3 brand new colors of crankbaits coming out. But the big booth is the best. It's the best. So, Roy, what do we got cooking for this show? We got a couple new colors coming, don't we?
We do. Like usual, every year we kind of throw something together, usually last minute, but this year we planned a little bit ahead, and we got a few colors coming out. Show exclusives, you could say. The names, we've been struggling with those, but we got Whiskey Perch, right?
Yeah, let me see if I can find my damn camera. The Whiskey Perch, which is going to be a stud, dude. That purple and gold, a little bit of orange on the bottom. That'll be a really good one. I'm excited for the Whiskey Perch.
Yeah, that one, the pictures don't do it justice. You have to see it to see the effects it actually has.
No, and a lot of times the bags don't even do it really justice once you get it out.
Yeah, there you go. You can see a little bit of it right there. It's
good stuff.
So we got the Whiskey Perch, which, Pete, I think that might tie into something that something else going on, but we'll see. And then we've also got this bad lad right here, Roy. We haven't figured out a name for this one.
Yeah, we never really decided. I guess maybe something for the comment section or something there, but
maybe. But I was rolling with Copperhead. It's a really nice copper base with the red top. It seems pretty simple, but this color combo here absolutely crushes. So Copperhead. And you could let us know some ideas below in the comments, but this is going to be one of the giveaways. Roy was generous enough to send some early to us. We've got 2 packs of Whiskey Perch and 2 packs of Copperhead we're going to be giving away here in a little bit. So, Roy, what are you excited about the show, man? What is it about the show that gets you going? Because I just like talking about
it. The show for me is kind of hectic at times, but I love seeing everybody. I kind of get pulled in a few different directions, but I will be in your booth, I know for sure, Thursday and Sunday all day, and in and out intermittently between there. But it's just seeing everyone coming up and saying hi. It's kicking off the tournament season for us. That's a big deal for me. Like just seeing everyone I fish against all year, and just being able to chat and talk about what could have happened or what should have happened or why it didn't. And
yeah. And Pete, what are we stoked about, dude? I mean, this is like you guys don't understand. This is like the convention for all of us fishing nerds. We get to see everybody again, and we get to see all the customers.
Yeah, just like kind of piggyback off of Roy. It's good to get with everybody and finally get the show on the road. And, we've worked long and hard. It just doesn't happen overnight. I've been making plastics since September, trying to get ready for the show. And it's here and there to build up inventory. So, and thankfully, last year was very successful. So I was able to up some mold quantities and actually bring almost triple the amount that I had last year for the show. So should have a good inventory on hand for the show, and just looking forward to hanging out with everybody. And Roy's came out with some awesome stuff this year, and we've collaborated on a few things, and some good stuff coming down the pipeline. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up the
product. So does that mean we're going to have enough product to get to Friday afternoon, or
that was crazy? That was the line. The line on that was pretty crazy. I do think you're going to be a lot more prepared this year. I've seen the backstock building here. But dude, you hit on something perfect. And I think the work is something that goes kind of unseen because we're so excited to see the show. But like Roy, we were just talking over Snapchat yesterday. Roy spent the last 3 holidays freaking painting jigs for you guys. So we're ready at the show. So this is a big deal for us. Spending time away from the family and spending time, long hours in the shop, getting things ready to get moved down. Roy, long hours at the painting table and the pouring table. I mean, this does not come together overnight. And for you guys, one, I appreciate you guys taking the time to jump on, because at this point, who knows how long we're going to be on here. But also, like, dude, there's a lot of hard work that goes into 4 hectic days. And Saturday's a 10-hour grinder, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. It happens quick. But, Roy, just talk a little bit about how much work actually does go into doing something like this. And it's not just kind of all tossed together.
No, I mean, and Pete can testify to this. And when you're a small guy, and I don't have a crew, really, I do, but I don't. Like, I have people that come over and help once in a while. But when you're a small guy trying to make it, you're trying to do something of this caliber. It's a lot of work. It's not something you throw together 2 weeks beforehand. You think, hey, let's go do a show. This is, like you said, I've been cracking since November. And I slacked. I should have been going sooner, but I was screwing off. So I got some pretty involved kids. We were chasing volleyballs around. So, I didn't start till November, and I thought I am screwed. But I also paint for some other people, and I made sure that we got everything handled and done, and we're ready to go. I just got to shove some stuff in some bags this weekend. It will be fine.
Yeah, I got to get Daisy
load
to
my
work.
car. So, well, yeah, she is, but she's at basketball practice right now.
Daisy's the hard. How old is she?
She's 14.
She's the hardest working 14-year-old. She was in the booth when she was 11, grinding.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love it. Hopefully she can make her way out. It is always cool seeing that. We're getting a lot of cool comments rolling in. Here you go, Roy. This one's from our buddy Tyler.
We can make that 8 more if you want. Like, we can just keep adding to that.
Lots of
Pete
work
would like
setting
that
up.
too.
Ron, hopefully that trophy comes during a tournament. I mean, I know Roy's probably not thinking that, but
no, Ron's good people, man. Ron's a good dude.
Yeah. So real quick, I want to roll out a couple other new things while we've got some guys on here, because again, I could see this getting a little long-winded. I really want to roll out some of the new stuff that we've got coming up. So I've got 2 things here that I want to show you guys. And then Pete, I think you might have, you posted something on Facebook yesterday that caused quite a stir, a certain color that looked like a disco ball underneath it. So obviously,
an oldie but goodie. An oldie but goodie.
So you've obviously seen the new colors coming from Roy. Some really good looking jigs. We're also going to have 2 brand new colors from JT Custom Tackle. Some new bandits coming, and we're also going to have one that you may have seen this fall that's going to make a little reintroduction to the scene. But boom, we've got 3 of the new JT Custom. I really like that gold one up top. Still kind of working on a name, although I think Sluggo's got a good one. That one in the middle there is Venomous Frog. That one absolutely crushed for the fall brawl in Lake Erie. Anyone that knows like a seasick frog, kind of a play off of that. That bottom one, in my opinion, I mean, obviously I love gold, but I think that bottom one to me is going to be really good. We're calling that one Green Jeans, and that green with that pearl belly is a super clean color. I think guys are really going to like that. It's something different. We see a lot of stripes, right? We see a lot of perch patterns and stuff like that. So I really like to play on dots, but those are going to be a couple of the new bandits that are coming out to the scene. And also, Pete, we're going to have a couple of your buddies in the booth here for a couple days, and they just released a new jig mold that Roy's been able to play with a little bit. But our friends over at Angling AI just came out with a new Detroit River jig mold, and they're going to have that. I believe they're going to have that on the scene over the weekend. I don't think they're going to be there Thursday, but I do think they'll be there over the weekend. Pete can kind of touch on that here in a minute. But it's a super cool combo mold. It's got 3/4 and 1 ounce. It also has a 1 cavity for a 1 1/4 ounce. Not meant for huge production by any means. It's more for the custom guy, but it's got an upgraded bait collar. The wedge design on it is super cool. So we're super excited to see that in person. We've seen some of the jigs that Roy has cranked out with that mold. They're absolutely beautiful. Paint sticks to them real good. The profile actually makes for some real good color shifts and some good baits or good patterns like that. So I'll be excited to see that for sure.
And back to that jig mold, you can actually get that in the production molds with the, there's 3 different kinds. There's 3 different kinds. You can get it in 3/4, 1 ounce, 1 1/4, or you can get the combo mold. So it's available actually in 4 different molds.
And that just dropped today.
Yes, correct.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm talking to Josh. It sounds like more or less that he's probably going to maybe make his way there, maybe noonish on Saturday. I'll confirm that, and I'll post that on my Facebook page. That is 100% confirmation. But yeah, he's excited to come down and hang out with everybody at the Hook One booth. And Roy was an instrumental part of kind of a few tweaks on that jig and all that stuff. But I'm happy with it. A few people got to use it last year and they were happy with it. So just another jig to add to the arsenal.
Roy, what'd you think about it? Because you were one of the first people that actually got to play around with it a little bit.
It pours super clean. We made some adjustments and fixed a few little minor issues, but it pours super clean and fast. It fishes really, really well. It's very controllable.
Yeah.
It stays where it goes where you need it to go. You can hover it. You can do whatever you need to do with it. It stays and it drops perfectly. It's very well balanced. Yeah, I think it's great.
I think it's
the bait keeper on it is people aren't going to be used to seeing that bait keeper. Okay. But you can almost do pull-ups on Plastix. They don't come off. So it's actually really, really good. Yeah.
I think that jig would look really good with this blue ice disco ball. Pete, why don't you show some of the people what you've been working on?
Well, I mean, this is an oldie but goodie blue ice. I really wasn't going to do it, but I was playing. I got some new glitter, so I was like, let me try this in the blue ice. And then I posted it, and then obviously the messages started blowing up on the background. So I squeezed in a quick run. I don't know how many I'm going to have of it, but maybe I can squeeze in another one tomorrow. But, I mean, we'll see. But it'll definitely be there in probably about 80 packs of the blue ice.
Yeah, it'll be good. And those oldie but goodies are pretty hard to beat. Pete, we already talked a little bit about it as well. I don't want to beat a dead horse. But, you'll have the 4-inch tracers, the 3-inch tracers. For those of you that like to drop shot, maybe downsize your bait if you're casting. You got one there?
Yeah, actually casted.
Yeah. Oh, you pull out. Yeah, that's the one. Don't ever try drop shotting that for perch on Lake St. Clair. It doesn't work. But yeah, it should be good. Oh, you got the approval from the boss.
And we even took some of Roy's smaller jigs and put on there, and it's, the profile maybe seems small, but you can still get some of them larger FatBoy jigs on there. So don't be afraid to downsize. You know what I mean? Sometimes them fish are finicky. They don't want that big 4-incher, and you know what I mean?
Well, and that was they're out in the garage. They're out in the garage now, and I don't want to be looking at my breath this whole session here. But that's when we did the original one. If you guys want it, if you really want to see it, it's over on YouTube. But that's what it was rigged up with, was a 1 ounce and a 3/4 ounce FatBoy jig, and it slid on there just fine. It's still on the jig in the garage and hasn't ripped yet. So it looks goofy because it's a smaller profile sometimes on that 1 ounce jig. But dude, it fishes really well, and a lot of times in that clean water, which last year's not a good example. But the Detroit River, it's getting cleaner and cleaner. So sometimes downsizing helps. But then we have a year like last year where the toilet bowl flushes every 3 days, and it does what it does,
That was horrible.
Dude,
yeah.
Horrible. Unbelievable. I mean, it's still, we had 50-mile-an-hour winds the other day. I'm glad the shop is still standing, to be honest with you.
We basically lost that big fish week, that first week of April where the big hens are in there stacked, and it was just so dirty. I mean, they still did their business and spawned, but unfortunately they spawned in a mud pit, and we couldn't really attack them that well.
Yeah, they weren't really eating.
It was bad.
A couple other things, guys, that we're going to have in the booth before we just kind of start rambling on. But again, I want to kind of get this stuff out there. We're going to have a couple pro packs for you guys. So for those of you, I got to quit shaking this table here. For those of you that are coming out, that are looking to maybe stock up, but not want to make a big decision, we put together a trolling pro pack and a jigging pro pack. So I know a lot of people are just getting into trolling. Both of these pro packs are going to be limited supplies because you're going to be able to save a ton of money on them. So we're only going to have probably between like 10 to 15 of each, but you're going to be saving almost 50% on these packs. And then depending how they go, we might bring them into the store to see what happens. But the first one that I wanted to get you guys is the JT Custom Tackle Pro Pack. This one here, I'm going to try and move it around the glare. But this one here has all of our favorite colors. I mean, I'm talking Bad Dude, Chrome Golden Boy, Frozen, Gold Muffin, Huff and Puff, Purple Perch, Seasick. And then you flip it over to the other side. Black Wonder Bread. You got Natalie, Miller's Thrillers in there. So some really good colors, some really popular colors. This box here, the way it sits, you're getting 14 cranks, 7. You're getting 14 crankbaits plus the box. So the way that this box sits right here is typically about $200 retail. We're going to have these as a show special until they run out for 120 bucks. So
Damn.
you'll be able to save 80 bucks right off the rip. If you don't want to if you want to get into trolling, or if you want to just kind of build your selection and you want a little bit of everything, this is here. If not, we will still have bandits. We will have a little bit, a slight sale on the bandits, but we will have those as well. But this is the Trolling Pro Pack. So if you want one of these guys, come into the booth, find any single one of us and say, hey, where's the Trolling Pro Packs? They'll probably be stacked below the crankbaits, but just a good way to save some money on those. I just really want to get them out there. I think getting them in your guys' hands and fishing them and putting fish on them is the best way to sell baits. So that's what we're going to do.
And those were all JT Customs?
What's that?
Those were all JT Customs also?
Every single one of them's a JT Custom.
You can't beat that for 14 Customs.
No, and the thing is we talked about it, Pete. Roy, we talked about it. I talked about it with Sluggo, the guy that paints the dang things. And if you like, this box fishes anywhere. You could take it to Lake Erie, you could take it to Saginaw Bay, you could take it to Lake St. Clair. You could take it over to Green Bay if you wanted to. That box travels because there's a little bit of everything. And the one thing that I see in the store is like sometimes it's overwhelming to get stocked up. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to just go in there and start picking a bunch of stuff where like I notice at the show, a lot of guys are just like, hey, you know, is there something where I can just like grab it and go? So again, we're only going to have 10 of them. It's a pretty sweet deal. I don't really want to sell 25 of them. So limited quantities for whoever shows up.
There's a few colors in that box that I guarantee I put out first every single time.
Oh yeah.
You did a really good job with your color selection there.
Not to give up any secrets, but it wouldn't be that one, would it?
Well, maybe.
Bad dude?
Yeah.
That's bad dude.
Yeah.
You could take the hooks off of that and catch a fish. Bad dude's good. The other one we've got, guys, I'm going to try and not spill this thing all over my laptop, but this one's right in our wheelhouse, obviously, is the Hook One Jiggin' Pro Pack. So I put a whole jig box together, some of our new colors, some of our old colors. It comes with 5 packs of Plastix. So there's 5 packs of Plastix in there. We've got Money Goby, Dark Emerald, Goldilocks, Bruiser, new one. Goldilocks is new, Dark Emerald's new. And then we've got our Purple Rain as one of our best sellers. Sorry if you can't see that. There you go. It also is going to come with 6 jigs. Don't spill. 1, 2, 3. So it comes with 6 jigs and a pack of stingers. So this box, I just ran it up in the cash register today. It rang up for $40. We're selling them for $20. Tackle box and all, $20 until they're gone.
That's a great deal.
Yeah.
We want to get people in the booth. That's the goal. And
Beautiful.
Honestly, Pete, I know you're on here. I love it, but I'm super stoked about our Plastix as well. And they've got a totally different style, and we've talked about it all the time. You can never have enough. You know, there's it doesn't matter whether it's a worm, it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, we carry a lot of different baits in our store. But we've kind of inched our way into that field a little bit. I've been super stoked with the way that these have came out. We're gonna have all 15 color. Oh shoot, we're gonna have 14 colors of our split tails because I'm out of stock on one. And then we'll also have
blue ice.
What's that?
You got a stock on blue ice. Pete gets covered.
I'm out of blue ice. But for those of you that haven't seen it yet, this is our jigging minnow here. It's got a lot of action on it. We designed it so it could be a walleye jigging bait as well as a drop shot bait. 3.75 inch here. So it's a little bit smaller. This is the black emerald color here, but we're super excited to get these out. So figured we might as well do a sale on them. Right? The other sale that we've got, and this is one of our last ones that I'm going to talk about. You'll have to come to the booth to see the rest. But I think if the crankbaits and those boxes and that didn't kind of give you an idea what the booth is going to be like. We're working with Berkeley this year. Buy 3 of their brand new Rawler jigs. You get a free pack of SR crawlers while supplies last. So we're going to have a whole forward-facing sonar section there. Hopefully that doesn't insult anybody that's at the fishing show. But we are going to have all of our forward-facing sonar stuff. We're going to have our Berkeley finishers. We're going to have the brand new Berkeley Ripfish. We're going to have the Berkeley Switch. We're going to have the brand new Berkeley Vibes, and obviously the Rawler jigs. So They come in a bladed, like you can see in the middle, or they also come no blade, like on the right and left up there. So if you come in and buy any 3 colors or styles, you can mix and match. You get a free pack of SR crawlers. The SR crawlers are super sick. They're very realistic, actually. You can't leave them out in the sun or they will dry up just like a worm. But that's just kind of what we've got going on. So hopefully between all the new colors and the deals, I think we'll see some people come through.
One-stop shop for the Detroit River, St. Clair River, casting. I mean,
we got our boys Mags right next to us. So if you need a rod, you need a casting rod, you need an ice fishing rod, they're going to be right there as well. And that's kind of the goal, is to have a one-stop shop. I mean, we love walleye fishing as much as like I am going to have some bass stuff in there as well. We've got some bass deals. We've got some new products from Berkeley that we're going to be, the Flux Gill is going to be in there. So super goofy looking bait, but very productive. But it's going to be mostly walleye stuff, man. And it's going to be anything from trolling to vertical jigging to casting and forward facing sonar. So it's just going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to it for sure. Let's see what's going on in the comments, guys, real quick.
They're busy. Your comment section is packed, man. I'm telling you, it's going nuts.
I can't keep up. Whoever's in the comments, if you guys want to win free stuff, all you got to do is comment in the comment section what fish you're excited to chase or catch in 2026, whether it's a trip you're going on. Because sometimes a Green Bay walleye is that walleye on a bucket list. You might catch a bunch back home on Detroit, and maybe you need to go to Green Bay. Maybe it's a perch. Maybe you want to go to Cascade and catch giant perch. So
jigging for lake trout. I got to get in it.
That's a blast.
I want to. I want to
smile like a little girl, like a kid. It's like fishing with Bob. It's so fun.
Oh, dude, it's incredible. It is incredible. Yeah, see, Jesse's got it right here. Don't leave the SR crawler. Dude, it dries up like a worm and it like sticks to the hook like glue.
We've had to use a lot of that type of stuff in the last couple of years, tournament fishing with Canada and playing some of their
restrictions,
goofy rules. So I've used all of them, and the SR crawlers are definitely a great choice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, you know what? It's one of those things. When I brought it into the store, it was it's very hard to convince somebody not to use live bait, and that plastic works better. But what Berkeley's got going on with that SR crawler, it was very well designed by Corey Sprengel and some of the, the pros. It really is a good bait. Am I going to say it outfishes night crawlers all the time? No, but we're kind of getting into a situation, especially you tournament guys. You're getting into a situation where you might not be able to use night crawlers. It's
coming, I believe. It's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be a conversation for a different day. I don't want to get rolling on that.
No.
Yeah, here we go. Oop. John, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Christy's in the chat, some fat hens. Yeah, we did miss. I think there's a lot of people in this chat that are excited to get on some fat hens that they missed in the mud. I think 2 of them are sitting right here on the screen.
Yes.
Me too, but
we could see them on live scope, but it's so muddy. It was so muddy.
I got the first week of April off this year, so let's fingers are crossed that water conditions are right and you get out there and smack them.
Dude, I'm bummed. I'm bummed we're not going to be able to fish the Derby this year, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was some bad news.
And Gabe and those guys worked their ass off, so that really stinks. And my apologies for swearing on here, but that kind of stinks because that's kind of what we were planning, is take that first week of April off and go Derby fishing.
Yes.
But you never know. You never know. See, David's right up my alley. Chasing walleye on the St. Clair River. What do you guys know about the St. Clair River? Thomas, a 15-inch perch. That would be sick. First muskie casting. Here, this is what you need to cast if you want to catch a muskie. Seasick frog. I've lost more of those bandits to muskie than any other bait in my box.
Also very productive walleye color.
Yeah.
Extremely productive.
Yeah, hey, we could do Jeff's got a good point. Spring bash. April 18th. You guys looking for a tournament to fish there in the middle of April? Spring bash, St. Clair River. It's calling your name. Registration March 1st. But that should be pretty good. Here you go, Pete. Kurt is a great customer of ours. Great guy. He's got an important question for you. Kurt, this is kind of an inside joke, so that's why I think this is so funny.
Any new twist on Pimp Daddy?
Dude, is that color not crazy how productive and how popular it is?
It's right up there with, I think Blue Ice has been around the longest. It's kind of like the cult following, but Pimp Daddy's right up there behind it, or if not even more. And it just never fades away. I mean, it's almost a color that you have to produce. Me and Roy joke about it all the time, but it's a jig that he paints all the time, and it's something that I'm still haven't set up on making the exact Pimp Daddy, but I have one that's called the Joker that I'm bringing to the show. It's going to be a limited supply. So, but
Yeah.
a twist on Pimp Daddy, I hope maybe soon.
There you go. That's where we need to catch some Lakers. Luke knows. Luke knows what's up. You guys can all say hello to Luke in the Superior Fishing booth. He'll be there. I just saw a question that I wanted to answer real quick. Here it is. Paul, no. Unfortunately, the Bandits have way too big of a lip. They're going to dive too deep for whipping typically. You're really going to want to stick to those like Rapalas, Thunder Sticks. Anything that's a floating bait with a shallow lip is primed to use for whipping. That box there with the Bandits is going to be basically specifically for trolling or long lining. Roy, you might know a thing or two about doing some different kind of trolling.
Probably, maybe a little bit.
So
does Pete. Don't
you
let him
catch
fool
any
you.
fish trolling in Detroit?
We do, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, some dummy did a TV show on it. Now everyone knows.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Here's a good question. Yes, 1,000% yes. Better than last year, for sure. We threw the one together last year. It's hilarious how many guys want to go out and do either whipping or hand lining, like the nighttime tournament deal. And I know it's a little dangerous for like an actual tournament director to kind of head on, but if some idiot that has a bait shop can throw it on, it's a good time. I think we had 35 people last year. And yeah, here you go, Roy. This one's from Larry. You're dang right, Larry. You're dang right.
Larry's a good friend of mine. It wouldn't be a normal night without Larry giving me some crap. So
and that right there is a perfect example of why the show is our favorite. Because it's not all the time that we get to see all these guys. And so when you get back together, it's like you're busting each other's chops. But sometimes you guys bust my chops too much and I forget to go to work.
I see Chrissy's in the comments busting my chops pretty good. So I would expect nothing less.
He's gonna be fishing more now. Dan Guy needs some free time. You guys got him working 3 holidays to paint jigs for the show. We got him going crazy over here. So I guess what I wanted to go with next, Pete, do you have any of those rip wraps? Because we're gonna have some paddle tails there as well, correct?
Yes, there will be. I have a rip wrap up here. I just went and grabbed all these colors.
And then Roy, while you're doing that, Roy, you're also going to have more than just 3/4 and 1 ounce, correct? We're going to bring some smaller jigs as well.
Yeah, we're going to do the 1/2 ounce. That's been a really good seller the last couple of years, especially with the Amish guys out on Erie. It's kind of fun to watch that happen. But yeah, we're going to bring the 1/2 ounce. And honestly, I mean, we do fish 1/2 ounce on Detroit in certain places. Like it's not unheard of. And it's something we kind of been dabbling with a little bit. So we're gonna bring them. They're not going to be a huge supply, but we are bringing not the full lineup, but quite a few of them.
Yeah, the smaller jigs are always good. And again, I think that's really going to play in. So like traditionally, we always have our jigging section. We always have our crankbaits at the show. I think those 1/2 ounces are really going to play with that forward-facing sonar section that we're bringing. Like I'm super excited to bring like a casting element to the show. Hopefully I don't just see a booth that's loaded with a bunch of casting stuff after doing this live. But regardless, we are going to be. And I'm excited to have those 1/2 ounces because to be honest with you, like as much as guys talk about like jig and crawler, which is a great bait, a jig, that 1/2 ounce jig and one of the Dunbar perch was one of our better baits thrown on Lake St. Clair all summer during league night, like really July through September. It was a really good bait for us. So I think those 1/2 ounces, not only do they play like jigging that shallow water, because a lot of times when you're pig hunting, you're fishing a lot of shallow water. And I do think changing your jig size matters. There's Dunbar. But we're also going to have the heavier jigs as well. And I don't want to let this go undone because, we are going to have Lance is going to be hanging out with us for a little bit in the booth. And we're going to have Lance's 1 ounce and 1.5 ounce jigs. So we're going to have everything from 1.5 ounce down to 1/2 ounce. And for you guys that have any questions or want to talk to anybody I really want to highlight, and this is a big testament to you guys, but we're going to have a lot of good people to answer good questions. You're not even going to want to come ask me questions because we are going to have guys like Pete and Roy in the booth. We're going to have guys like Lance. When Lance isn't on the seminar stage, Lance Valentine's going to be hanging out in the booth with us. We're going to have Sluggo, the painter for JT. You want to talk about seeing a whole bunch of different patterns and a whole bunch of different styles. There's nobody better to talk to about this stuff than the man himself. So I'm super excited to have Josh in the booth. We're going to have some incredible charter captains with us. We're going to have Anthony Morschini from Finn Sport Fishing. He's going to be back with us. We're going to have Captain Cody with Fancy Fish Charters. Cody's been working with us here the last half a year or so, and we're going to really kind of get into it this year. We're going to have Captain Joe with Smallmouth Heaven. So if you guys are bass fishing, or even if you like to walleye fish Lake St. Clair, Joe spends probably 200 days a year on the water. It's pretty incredible what he's got going on. So Captain Joe is going to be in there. We're going to have a lot of knowledge. And I think that's like the number one thing. Roy, I remember way back when, this is going to come full circle, dude. But way back when I came into Beckley's booth at M65 and I was just peppering you with questions, dude. And I know you remember that as well. And that's what the show is for, is like, I'm not sitting here telling you to come spend all your money and hook one. Like, that'd be fantastic. But come
just
around.
$5 each. If everyone spends $5, we're good.
Yeah. And just really like come ask questions. Cause the biggest thing is like, you know, maybe you're not in the market for something now, but if you come and ask questions and maybe it's something in the future that we can help you out with. And then that's just, you know, the guys in our booth. We're going to have I see him right here. He just came in the chat. We're going to have guys like Carlson coming through. I know he's going to be spending a lot of time over at Lure Lipstick with Big Mike. Mike, you know, he's going to be super busy, but he might be coming around. Carlson's going to be coming around. So it is a great time to get out, you guys, whether it's in our booth or any other booth, and just ask questions. Like, the amount of knowledge that's there is incredible. Am I right?
No, tons of people. And then I just talked to Craig Sleeman today, and that's the Husky. They're probably going to swing by and hang out with the booth for a little bit. So two NWT pros that have been fishing the tour consistently for quite some time. That'll be in the two great anglers that have fished all over the country with a lot more knowledge than I've ever had. And then, you know what I mean? Anybody sitting in here right now. So two great guys to talk to about whatever you want to talk to.
Yeah. Roy, same thing, you know. It's there's just the amount of people there and the amount of information that you can get. I mean, that truly is my favorite part for the consumer. Like, obviously you can get great deals. Like, there's not, and like, we're not the only booth that's throwing out crazy deals on stuff like this, or like the jigging package right here. Like, there's deals. So as a consumer, it's a really good way to save, because we talk about this, Roy, Pete, we talk about this all the time, man. Our hobby is not getting any cheaper, unfortunately. And it seems like anywhere that we can get taken advantage of, we are. So anytime that you can take advantage of the deals and you can save some money, I think that's super important.
I mean, it's no secret shipping's going up in January again. So everything you buy is going to cost more to get it shipped to your house. Yeah. Lost in your butt. So now's a great time to come in and grab some stuff up and save on some shipping, because you're going to save some money at the show and you're not going to have to pay shipping. That's
a great point. That is a great point. Here you go. This is coming from a muskie fisherman, so I guess that is fair. That is fair. I think I lost a whole box of jigs, and I still don't think that costs what one of your guys' trolling baits costs. Jason, are you guys going to be at the show? If you're still in here, are you guys going to be at the show with your baits, or is that not something you guys do? But anyway, we'll see if he pops in here. Yeah, Eddie, some bombers, silver season. It's coming, dude. I saw some silver get caught last Saturday in the river. And that was pretty cool to see. We basically fished from Port Huron all the way to Grosse Pointe, and we caught a ton of walleye, not a lot of silver. So the fishing was good. Water was freezing. Seems like ice is starting to form now, but it looks like next week for the show, you guys were telling me, I didn't even know this. You guys were telling me the weather looks pretty good for the show. Correct?
Yeah, decent. We ain't going to have no significant snowstorms, so it'll be a good time to come out and, like you said, save some money on some shipping and some tackle and get ready for the spring.
It's not going to feel like Novi without 3 feet of snow, though. I don't know what to do.
Dude, yeah, what's a fishing show without a snowstorm? But like you said, man, one-stop shop. Whatever you guys need. Jesse might have the comment of the week. Jesse already has shows of the ticketer. I'd give him some just for this. Not a hobby. It's a lifestyle. You're dang right, dude.
He is 100%.
Dang right. You tell it to my 2-year-old that I'm just dragging along with me to all this stuff. It is.
Hey, I drag my kids along too. Like you've seen Daisy, she's been coming for years, and she's coming back. I think she's going to try to come Saturday or Sunday. She hasn't quite decided yet. We got to kind of look at her basketball schedule, but you'll probably see my wife and Luke walking around at some point. He likes to come check it all out. And,
yeah,
maybe even the older one.
Daisy gets a name tag because she works. I don't know if I can get Luke to start recommending colors, but Daisy, she's on it.
I don't think you want Luke working. He's an animal.
If he moves as fast as he does, if we could get him restocking, that would be awesome.
Yeah, when he gets his ADD zoned in and he can focus a little bit, it'd be perfect for that.
That's it. So, hey, let's do some giveaways real quick, and then we'll answer a few more questions, and we'll get out of here because I think. Oh, did you scatterbrain? Did you grab those rip wraps or no?
No, let me go grab one real quick.
Go ahead. We'll do some giveaways real quick. I just want these guys to see the paddle tails before we get out of here. Ooh. Karma, first time at the show. You should be excited. Give yourself a ton of time. For those of you that have never been to the show, there's so much to see. You do not want to rush through it. Everything from the boats to the outfitters to the seminars to the retail booths, like everything is I highly recommend giving yourself almost a whole day or at least a half day to come check it out because there is just so much to see. Even if you're not in the market for a boat, it's amazing to see all the different styles that are out there. Another one, never been. Brandon, you're going to love it, dude. It's incredible. Pete, show them what you got.
Dunbar rip wrap. 3.8 inches. Typical, your sub 4-inch walleye bait. Used for, whatever, smallies love them, walleye. And then.
Yeah, they're a really good, they're a very good casting bait, but they're also a very good vertical jigging bait. Great tip. Go down every aisle. Just because you don't think you might not like the aisle, go down it because there is some incredible vendors there. Again, it is a ton of fun. It's one of the largest pure fishing shows, I think, in the Midwest.
It is.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, 100%.
Mark Zona.
I've been to the biggest show in Wisconsin, and ours is way bigger.
Which one was that? Madison?
Madison, yeah.
That's a good one.
It is a really good show. Like, it was a great show, but, talking to some of the vendors over there, I was like, man, this is nothing compared to Detroit or Novi, or it's just about half the size.
I'd like to do that. Even with Grand Rapids. Like, Grand Rapids is a really good show, but it's nothing compared to what Novi. Novi is just a monster. Like, when you first walk in, let's pull up this map again real quick before we do a giveaway. When you first walk in, this whole section, you can't even see it, but there's a whole nother half. So like where you guys see the Outfitter Expo on the left-hand side, there's a whole nother half of this showroom that you can't even see. And it's all boats, all this, you can kind of see some of them. There's Parma Marine, there's White River Marine Group. Our friends at Wonderland Marine are there. Rose Marine's down there. Obviously, White River's got a huge booth. I know I'm missing a bunch of boat people, but that's not my zone. I'm in the
every major manufacturer will be represented at some point.
But you name it.
From a pontoon to whatever.
Jet boats, tillers, deep V fiberglass boats, those Hughescraft style boats. Like I know Rose just picked up a Luma Weld, so you're gonna have those style boats. You've got center consoles, like everything. You name it. Pacific Northwest boats, like you name it. You name it. So
those are becoming widely popular, those Hughescraft types boats for the Great Lakes and stuff. So a lot of people are switching over to those.
Yeah, it'll be
after
Lake
Erie last year. I wish we would have had one.
What's that?
After the Lake Erie tournament last year, I wish we would have had one of those. I could have had a windshield wiper on and a heated cab.
Yeah, you are.
That was brutal.
You are not kidding. So, hey, I got my handy dandy pen here. Let's do some giveaways. First thing we're going to give away is Roy's FatBoy Jig Pack. Guys, if you win any of these giveaways, please shoot me a message on our Facebook page after the live. We will obviously, if you're going to be at the show, we could bring it to the show and give it to you there. If you want us to put it in the mail, I can ship it. If you're local to me, you can come pick them up. I've got all the giveaways in my hands. I'll see Pete Sunday, so I'm going to have the stuff that Pete's giving away. But the winner of the FatBoy jigs at random is because he needs more jigs. Congrats, Mr. Ron Royal. Ron needs more jigs, don't he?
Oh, yeah. We all need more jigs.
Yeah. We all need more of everything. You can never have too much of anything.
We just got done talking about how Roy worked 3 straight holidays doing this, and Roy's like, yeah, you need more jigs. All right. The next winner of the Plastix pack is going to be.
And that's 10 bags also.
Yeah. So so this giveaway is going to be the 10 bags, the 10 bags of Plastix that Pete's going to bring to me. So you're basically getting what? You're getting well over $100, or no, you're getting $70. So $70 in Plastix is pretty hard to beat. Oh, nice.
Yeah, like you said, we could either I'll be there Sunday. I'll give you the giveaway on Sunday. You can either mail it, or I'll be there on Sunday sometime in the morning if somebody wanted to come pick it up on Sunday, or however they want to do it.
Yep, that works.
Or at the show, whatever they prefer.
Yep, that absolutely works. Congratulations, Karma. She's never been to the show. She just jumped on the live, and you just won yourself a bunch of Plastix. Real nice Plastix. Congratulations. So yeah, that'll be the best. Again, guys, if you win, just shoot me a message on our Hook One Bait and Tackle Facebook page. That would be fantastic. So now we're going to give away. I got 2 sets of tickets. That I want to give away. So two tickets each, 2 sets of them. So if I call your name, you're going to win 2 tickets. Again, let me know. I can either leave them at will call at the show. I can put them in the mail and they'll be there in a couple days or whatever. The first winner, Mr. Robert Keller, smallmouth fishing Lake St. Clair and the waters of Green Bay. Have either of you guys been over to Green Bay?
No, that's on the list.
Yeah.
It's hard to get over there because the fishing is good there when it's good here. And like, it's pretty hard to beat the Detroit River. So
that's what I struggle with this, the monster in our backyard we have right now. It's hard to leave it to go.
It's possible.
But it's a destination spot. It's, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of other places are. I definitely want to try Green Bay before it's all said and done.
Yeah, I will be there. I will be there. All right. And the winner of the other set of tickets is going to be Mr. Thomas. Congratulations, Thomas. You won yourself some tickets. Shoot me a message, and I will get those to you. And finally, we're going to do the $100 giveaway. And again, guys, this is for our Hook One Anglers Club subscribers. I'm not on here to push our subscribers page, although I do think it's pretty awesome. It's $5 a month. It gets you into our exclusive Facebook group. Gets you 10% off any of your purchases at Hook One Bait and Tackle as well. There's some other benefits as well, but we can talk about that stuff at the very end, whoever wants to. But for that, Pete was very generous. He donated 5 packs of Plastix as well as a $50 gift card, and I'm donating 5 more packs of Plastix, so a $100 package to our subs. And that goes to, I lost the comment. Where'd it go? You guys are blowing up the comments and I can't see it. I can't find it, but it was Kurt. Congratulations, Kurt Craven. You won the subscriber package. You have a golden horseshoe in your butt, and I think I'm going to have to ban you from giveaways. Not really, but congratulations, man. I appreciate all the support. Austin, all you got to do is go to our Hook One Bait and Tackle Facebook page. Right underneath it, it says subscribe, and you can click into that. That'll get you into all of the fun stuff. All the fun stuff, because it'll be better, I think, come spring. This winter's been miserable, man. No ice. And I'm not an ice fishing guy, but when we're stuck in purgatory like this and we can't ice fish and we can't boat fish and we can't even really fish off a shore, it's I think that's another reason the show's so good.
You can make jigs and you can make Plastix.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can pack
Let me
boxes.
tell you what you need to do, buddy. I'll show you what to do.
Send in your applications to fatboyjigs@gmail.com. I'm just kidding. I don't even know that's a real email address. Don't do that.
It is.
Is it? Send in your applications. All right.
We got to have free labor or we won't make it, Pete. So
Getting tough. It's getting tough out there.
We could raise our prices 20% like all the big companies are and call it.
Well, I mean, the simple fact of it is, like, everything's going up on our end too. Like, it just is what it is, you know.
Dude, the price of like lead and hooks and paint, like, and I know it sounds ridiculous, and then all guys are like, "Oh, jigs should be cheap," and that, like, it's expensive, and honestly, like, it's time. It's time. It takes a lot of time. Like, Roy, I realistically, like, how many jigs? You could either do it by jigs or packs of jigs, but like, how many jigs are coming with you to the show?
4,000.
And you can pour them 5 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
They're painted one at a time.
Yeah, they're painted one at a time. I can tell you, it takes 3 days straight to pour 4,000 jigs.
Yeah.
When your family's on vacation.
800.
That's actually cooking though. That's a lot of jigs for one person to pour in 3 days. That's a lot of stock. That's grinding.
Yeah,
I
did a lot of binge watching.
Binge
watching in the background.
No doubt. So, hey, guys, I'm going to pull this up real quick. If you guys want to drop any comments below, we can hang out for a few minutes, answer any questions, or just talk fishing. Again, please come visit us at the show January 8th through the 11th. We're going to be right there. You're going to come in the entrance, head to the right, go to the second aisle of retail, and we're going to be in this long booth backing up to the aisle. We got 3 different ways to enter our booth. It's us and Mag's Custom Rods. Pat's been absolutely slammed this year. For anyone that's following along with Mag's Custom Rods, there's not a retailer in the country that has his ice rods except for Shields in Eden Prairie. Congrats to them. They just got in.
I've seen that big announcement. That's pretty cool for Pat.
Yeah, super sweet, dude. Super sweet. For small guys like us, that's incredible. But yeah, that's going to be the best place to get rods. I mean, right now in my store, I have 2 6'2" and like 3 5'10" jigging rods left. So it's definitely something that you're going to want to be there. You're definitely going to want to come see us. We're going to be hanging out. Even, like I said, even if you guys don't buy anything, just come through the booth and say what's up. Shake our hands, say what's up. We really like putting names with faces. I would say that's one of the very few positives about social media because it can get pretty nasty. I spend a lot of time on it, obviously, for work. But what I do notice is it brings the community closer together as far as like making the world smaller. And I do think that's super cool. You know, like how many times at the show? Because how long have you been doing this show, like including with Beckley? Gotta be 10
years, 8, 9 years, something like that.
Yeah, 8 or 9 years. So it's like, and how many times do you have people come up to you and it's like, man, I've been following you on Facebook, and they introduce you as their name, and you're like, yes, like you get to put a name with a face, and it's way better that way. It's way better that way. Like, I don't like, you guys don't realize you're not like a nameless face. Like, I recognize my customers when they come into my store. I like to know them by name. So does Roy, and so does Pete. You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's pretty cool to be able to like just talk to people and just, I mean, you see them on Facebook, you may see a profile picture, you know, but just to chat with somebody, and I probably won't remember your name. So if I met you last year, you kind of got to reintroduce yourself. But I'm bad with names sometimes. So
the show's tough because you're also so busy. Like it's typically like you want to have fun, you want to chat with everybody, you want to have a good time, but at the same time, like we are there to work, we are working. And so it can be like a lot when you're trying to have a conversation, and you don't ever want to brush somebody off because every conversation is important. But at the same time, like it is really hard to kind of manage your time because we only have so much. You know what I mean? You gotta get moving.
Yeah, the last couple of years, I don't think I've made it through the whole show. I know sometimes I go over and talk to some key guys I know in the boat section, and I'll go hit some of the booths of the guys I know. Like there's a lot of smaller companies that I also like to support. Like obviously Lure Lipstick, those guys are great guys over there. You know, there's Paul Doty. He's just around the corner from us. They're great guys.
Paul's a man.
You know? Yeah, I love bouncing ideas off Paul, and he's really treated me well over the years. And obviously Lance, but now Lance is we're kind of holding his retail side down, it sounds like. So
yeah. We'll be there. Ed will be there. I carry a lot of Misfit customs in the store. Ed's going to have his own booth with his own crawler harnesses, so he's going to be there. The lure lipstick booth looks like absolute candy when you walk over there, and they've got every box out, and there's all the colors there. And they sell pro packs as well. You know, they sell these as well. So, like, if you're looking to just kind of get started, or I should say more like these, but if you're looking to get started and just get a little bit of everything to try it, we sell a ton of lure lipstick out of our store. And that's a big thing, is like supporting all of us. You know, there's a lot of small time guys. You know, Luke's going to be there. You talk about guys that actually listen to how to change their product or how to make their product better. Superior Fishing's incredible. Those guys listen. You know, when in a lot of these companies that we're talking about, like when you do have a problem or an issue and you email them or message them on Facebook, odds are you're talking to the owner. And that's pretty special, right? Like Roy, if they message FatBoy Jigs, or Pete, if they message the Plastix page, it's you.
That's me.
You're not getting some social media manager, no BS like that. So, and that's like, to me, that's the backbone of our industry is guys like us. You can tell me I'm wrong, but I'm not.
No, and kind of to go back to, you know, all of us supporting each other. There's a lot of us that do business with these other business companies too, you know, that are putting income in our pockets as well. So it's one big happy family. A lot of times if you can go support Lure Lipstick, or like I've known Paul Doty for over 20 years, you know, and Paul's always been a great guy, charter captain, and, you know, Lance has been around forever. And, you know, what Roy does, Roy puts out a phenomenal product, a jig, one of the best ones on the market in my mind. So we all need each other to succeed, man.
I should have brought the baseball.
You look back a couple years ago, Pete, and we were sitting at a Buffalo Wild Wings across from these funny talking fellas, and it turns out they own a small company called Superior Fishing Products, and they talk like Finnish Yoopers, but they're great dudes, and they become great friends, you know. And you want to talk about talking to the owners,
there, dude?
Yeah,
they're all the way up there.
Speaking of rod holders, I got a new boat with tracks with no rod holders on it. So
there you go. We can hook you up.
Yeah.
You could order them through Hook One Bait and Tackle, and I could drop ship them to you. No, but for real, and honestly, it doesn't happen without our customers. I know I sound like a cornball saying that all the time, but like I see a lot of areas that aren't so like focused on small business, and like our area, like Southeast Michigan and like really Michigan in general, like really stands by their products. And I see that. And like there's a reason that I carry, you know, so many Michigan made products, whether it's JT Custom Tackle, whether it's FatBoy Jigs, Plastix, Lure Lipstick, obviously our own stuff. I know I'm missing out Misfit crawler harnesses. And I feel so bad because I'm probably missing out a couple others. But like Michigan supports Michigan, and these guys like support each other. And it's just a super, super, I don't even know. It's just like, it's honestly humbling. Like, it's just really cool to see. It's really cool to see. And that goes for like my store and any other store. Like I see it, whether it's my store or you're talking about Probate in Port Huron, or you're talking about Anglers or Sportsman's Direct or Lakeside or Moe's or Dipnet or Bottom Line or whoever, you know what I mean? It's just, you see people support them over the big box stores. And I think that's important.
100%. And like we've talked before, Pete, that all the way up from Lake Huron down to St. Clair River, Lake St. Clair, Detroit River, Lake Erie, that whole fishery is huge to us. You know what I mean? It's a huge market that's, and for us to specialize in that particular area is huge to the consumer also, because we're putting out product that's specific to that particular body of water. And, you know, it's not something that you're going to go to the big box store and buy. It's these patterns that Roy has put together, I've put together, you with your Plastix have put together, are specific to the area that we fish and that we're near and dear to. So it's, you're getting a product that's tried and true and been tested to the max before, and it's proven results. So,
oh yeah. Roy, you've been in the industry long enough. You know a lot of guys in the business. You know a lot of guys that are in other companies and higher up. I mean, how forgotten are we? You know what I mean? Like the Detroit River, the St. Clair River, because it's a vertical jigging fishery, like, dude, we are totally forgotten. So if it wasn't for the small companies, like if whether it's vertical jigging or crawler harnesses in the river or whatever, like you're not seeing guys in Wisconsin run 3-ounce bottom bouncers. You're not seeing guys in Minnesota run that on inland lakes and stuff like that. So it's like, dude, the local community is like, that's what keeps us going. And we're a fishery of 5-6 million people, and we're forgotten about, you know, and that's a credit to literally all the people that we work with, whether it's your Jigs, Roy, or your Plastix, Pete, or Pat's rods, you know, because he caters them to be for vertical jig fishermen. Like, that's huge.
If you get outside of Southeast Michigan with a sub 6 foot rod and a 3/4 ounce jig, people are going to look at you funny. But now, when you refer to jigging in Southeast Michigan, it's always vertical jigging, but everywhere else is something different. But you know, that's a very specific market. And if you go to a big corporation and say, hey, we want to make a sub 6 foot rod, we want it to do this, and we're going to sell this many of them, they're going to laugh at you. Like,
right?
What? There's no way. It doesn't make sense. So a lot of these smaller companies, they're able to do stuff like this and produce the stuff. And obviously, like, Pete's Plastics are designed for holding up for big toothy walleyes. And, you know, we're powder painting, so that holds up a lot better than your traditional jig paint. So, I mean, that's stuff you get when you shop at the smaller vendors, and the show is going to be loaded with them. We're not going to be the only ones with Jigs and Plastics. I guarantee that. It's going to be loaded. Your options are going to be endless, and
they're good. Like, they're good. There's so many good companies out here. There's so many good companies out here. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Gentlemen, you guys have a family. You guys have things to do. Our viewers have been awesome. They've been sitting here for 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 12 seconds. Dude, Roy, Pete, genuinely, thank you guys. I absolutely cannot wait for the show. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your night to jump on. Super cool. We've been looking forward to this episode for a while.
Yeah,
I'm stoked, man. I'm ready. Like, I always get in this funk like a couple days beforehand. I freak out. Like, do I have everything? What do I need?
Yeah, that's me.
Thursday at 1 o'clock, it's all going to go away, and it's going to be show mode, you know, and I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Pete, again, dude, thank you. Thank you for jumping on. I hope you're just as excited as we are. And to you guys in the that are still left, I know I always joke at the end of lives, especially after the giveaways, you see a bunch of people dip. I watch that number drop. I'm not stupid. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. I appreciate you guys watching and supporting. It's super cool to see, and it's an absolute blast to do this stuff. I thought when I got signed up for this, where I was like every week lives, but it's a ton of fun. It's a lot of fun. I'll ask Allie how she feels about that. Stuck with the baby, but no, honestly, like, it's awesome. And guys, I can't thank you enough. And to you guys in the chat, we will see you guys later. I'm looking forward. Again, if you missed anything, last thing, if you guys missed anything, find it on YouTube. I'm going to try and get it up tomorrow, and I'll post it on our Hook One Bait and Tackle page. So that way, whatever you missed, or you can fast forward to certain parts and get it. I appreciate you.
Right for my ugly mug and get past that.
Yeah, just get right. Just whatever. Look at, I'm way too close to the camera. All right, y'all, we're losing it. We will see you guys. Pete, Roy, don't go anywhere. Stick around. We gotta go. We gotta make sure all this uploads. All right. See you guys. Have a good night.